Hey, what is up guys, GuitarRock here, welcome back to another CounterSide video. Alright, today's video we're going to talk about a couple of things that couple of directions that I want to talk about with the game, right? With CounterSide Origin. A lot of you guys might have known by now that the Origin is not very well received by lots of players, not just, some particular individual. There are a lot of players that didn't like the new update, so hopefully I can break down in this particular video and give you guys an idea of what I think is the main issue here, and hopefully they'll be able to fix some of it moving forward. Now, first things first, if you guys are not aware, I have been holding on making any of the guides for any of these new contents in Origin, because I have a feeling they're going to change it shortly. They did mention in February 22nd that they are going to patch up certain things. Right here you can see some of the things that's happening on February 22nd update. Includes the Shadow Palace trimming shadow, the Swift trimming Trinity stuff. They say the progress for the Shadow Palace will be changed from 60 to 30, so that's going to be divided by half with levels decreased, right? So the trimming Trinities one, they say story scene will be restored. I'm not entirely sure what that means. Alright, for that one, not too sure. If using automation to clear the stage, the result UI will automatically skip. Let's talk about dive. Alright, let's talk about dive. The single-handedly the stuff that I think is most destructive to the game so far. I'll be honest with you guys, the dive in this game is, I think the old version has a better dive overall, because at least you have the ability to skip. So how does it work with the dive? If any of you guys are new players watching this, for the old dives, you have the ability to just skip past everything if you've beaten it before, and then you can straight up jump to the end of the dive. So let me show you guys right here. So this is the dive. You can see I'm at 37 right here, right? So what happens is every 50 days, I think, I can't remember the exact time frame, but you'll get this thing called the reset coordinates. So you can do dive 1 to dive 45, which is last dive 50. Dive 50 is the last floor. You can beat it in a single day, and if you want to, you can just skip through it, every single one of it. So what is the skip means, right? Notice there's this sweep button right here. You can basically put your team in, select, and then you can just press sweep. It will consume more info. But that's what the main usage of infos are, at least for me, is to skip dives or either do raids, right? So it's one of these two things. So notice when you sweep, it doesn't just sweep entirely, but you still need to fight the last node of the boss. So basically you skip the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, you just go all the way to the last one, and you try to complete the boss right there. But right now in the Origin, there's no skip feature. There's no sweep feature. You don't just skip anything. You have to play all over from the beginning. They have changed some of the ship perks as well. I mean, not ship perks, the dive benefits, the buffs, right? To make it way harder for new players. Or maybe just harder in general. It's just more annoying, right? Everything takes longer. So dive in particular, straight up downgrade. Alright, this is just a straight up a downgrade. However, they did mention right here. So dive, let me see if we can zoom in for you guys. In this particular one, in particular, a boss sector is restored, which was missing before, along with the rewards. So this is cool. They're going to add the boss sector. The missing items from the reward list are also added, such as Eternium and schematics. So right now, if you do dive on the I'm not sure what's the advice. Should you do dive or should you not do dive? Should you wait for the February 22nd patch? Because it says right now, there are no reward lists added yet. So there's no such thing as Eternium or schematics. So hence now the item rewards are evenly acquirable from any stage of the dive exploration. So notice here they say the sweep function from the dive from branches will have the same item table. However, units and other low value items will be removed. So what do you mean by units and other low value items? Meaning some of the items that you can obtain in a dive from specific branches, from specific nodes, will be removed specifically. So yeah, one more thing, quality of life that they mentioned right here. The sweep function from the dive from branches will be restored. So I'm not sure what is with this thing. Why only from the branches? Why only from the branches specifically? So this is something that I can never understand. So if you guys are not aware, like I mentioned, the dive, oh man, this is so upsetting. The dive from the branches is this one. This dive appear from your branches, so they'll add sweep function right here, which is fair. But why the main dive, they don't add the sweep function? I don't know why. This is the one that takes very long. Like look, it's still going on. I have global it's still going on. I've been talking for minutes now and it's still going on. Can you guys imagine doing this every single day? Twice. Very annoying because you get 2 of the dive things every single day. This just adds more time frame for you to do your dailies. It's not that big of a deal. For example, you can do something else. You don't have to be here. You can multitask. I understand that, but it's just, why is the old system removed though? The old system is perfect in my humble opinion. It's such a good system. Why is there a need to fix it, right? It's not even fixing it, it's making it worse. That's just something that's really upsetting. Now let's talk about the next one. Shadow Palace. Ooh, I like the old one. Simple. The old one has its own specific shop, which you can buy binaries, right? You can see I've already gotten mine. This one, the gold binaries, you can buy 50 every month. The tuning binaries, you can buy 30 every week. You can see I've already gotten one. I don't know how I bought one, but yeah, this is so good. You can buy all of these. You can buy this weekly one as well, right? There's so much extra things that you can buy. They are removing this shop specifically, and they are removing the high quality universal mold. I don't know why. That one is so good, so that you can ensure that you get a yellow piece for Shadow Palace gears, right? So now that thing has been removed. I don't know, once Origin comes to C, I'm gonna miss this system for sure. And guess what? Dive is still going in global. Okay. So yeah, this is also one thing that they're changing. Even though reducing it to 30 floor, I'm not sure if that's gonna be a big change. I honestly still like the old one, right? I'm gonna be honest with you guys. That's just how I feel. You guys can let me know how you guys feel in the comment section below. One thing that I like for the new system is there's no more this system where mining you will require a ship, right? So this one, the old one, you require a ship. The new one, everything works as though it's an office mission. It's an office task. Now that's a good plus that I can think of. The branches like this office work, you don't need to send like a ship, create a ship for you to send so that you can multiple teams etc. Yeah, that's like a good thing that comes from the new system for sure. It's not just all cons, there's also some pros. But yeah, regarding one more thing is the relics, right? Like I mentioned, this one, I don't know why they're changing this. This one is good as it is. So I have no idea why they are removing the current one. So the new one is way more difficult, right? It's way tougher in global for sure. And you gotta beat all 3 stages. I can't show it to you guys, but you guys know what I'm talking about. I'm still in the dive, by the way. Oh, this is gonna take forever. But yeah, it's like one of those things that I feel like those things where the old one I actually like more. Now, maybe I'm not the target audience for this game. What do I mean by that? Maybe they're targeting a new player base. So those new players, they will never be able to make the comparison, right? Think about it. New players that comes into the Origin right now as it is, they're just gonna view CounterSide as it is right now, currently. They will not be able to see the old CounterSide. They will not be able to make the comparison. So therefore, I can see that if you're a new player, you come into this game right now, there's a chance that you won't notice any of these things that I mentioned, right? So you won't notice the differences. You will not be able to see or observe the changes. And I guess from that point of view, maybe it's a bit different, right? This might seem perfect for you. So I understand the Shadow Palace right now, right? Like I mentioned, they changed all of this to this particular format. We have a Shadow Palace, Swift trimming, and then the jungle trimming and stuff. I haven't done the chapter 8 yet. But you can clearly tell, it's all designed to be super, or not super, but way more difficult, right? Way more difficult than it should be. Which is a little bit weird. Why it needs to be so difficult? Like everything is like way harder now for new players, and it's very end game centric. Maybe that's the goal. Maybe that's the goal moving forward, that they want to make all of these farming gear stages to be an end game. But it's a bit weird because gear farming shouldn't be your end game. I feel like I don't know. It feels a bit weird. It feels a bit counterintuitive, at least in my perspective. These are the things that I noticed a lot of players didn't like as well. Now if you guys have been following on Reddit as well, this is one post that I can find, but you can clearly tell right here, dives are an absolute joke now. Okay, a lot of people are not happy with this particular update. This is the main problem of the update in my opinion. So many players are actually not happy. Plus, once you reach like level 26, 30 or something like that, it's getting way harder. There's this enemy that can stun lock you. It's very annoying, and the advice here is to use Normandy as your main ship. Apparently it can heal itself. So there's one buff in particular that if you obtain, one of the debuff, that your ship will basically get reduction in HP. So that's going to be extremely annoying. A lot of players are not happy. I'm not the only one. Hey, it is what it is. Hopefully, you know, that's the only thing we can do. We can wait for now. There's nothing much that we can do other than just writing essays and making videos and talking about this issue. Hopefully sooner than later, you know, because I do think that this is something that needs to be addressed as quickly as possible. Let me know what you guys think. For now, I'm holding off on making any guides as for the time being, but I'm still playing the game for sure. It feels more tedious now, that's for sure. That's just all I can say for now. Hey, let me know what you guys think. As always, subscribe, give this video a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day. Goodbye.